Thank you so much, Mr. Prime Minister, for being here at this event, for honoring us. This is one of the most critical things that is happening in the world today, is to try to understand how to find peace amongst this very difficult neighborhood you live in. And I want to say congratulations on your Crossroads initiative that you have begun. Tell us where that process is with your Crossroads for Peace initiative.
Thank you very much one more time. Really, it is good and big opportunity and honor for me to have this conversation. And yes, we created a project named Crossroads of Peace. It is, of course, first of all about, and we have even branding of that, and it is about to open of our regional communication. But it isn't only about transportation, because from point of view religious tolerance, it is also about the people-to-people contact, because when transportation communications are open, it is first of all opportunity for people to interact with each other, and it is a very important factor for creating sustainable and lasting peace, and that is a kind of open proposal for our regional countries, and of course we are working with them, with each of them, to make this project happen.
That's wonderful. I mean, for millennia, Armenia has been in the midst of this crossroads of the various Abrahamic faiths. Going beyond just economics, how can culturally Armenia be a part of this interfaith dialogue between Muslims and Christians and Jews and all of those in that region?
I have already mentioned that in our country we have different religious communities, and of course in our country we can say some tension between the religious different communities. And of course, there are forces, as everywhere, who are trying to make some provocative actions from outside. But of course, our institutions, they are reacting effectively not to allow anyone to create some tension between religious communities. And of course, it is the real dialogue that is taking part in our country. We have, as I said, biggest Yazidi community in the world, and that community is very important part of our country, our national heritage, and of course we have huge respect for Muslims, we have huge respect for Jewish and other religious groups. And by the way, in Armenia itself and amongst Armenian, as I said, we have first of all, of course, first and biggest religious institution is Armenian Apostolic Church, but we have Armenian Catholic Church as well, and other churches as well, and that is kind of very important tradition for us.
As Armenia over these past few years has transitioned from a country within a larger empire to an independent country, how can the Armenian people develop this emotional discipline to build and reevaluate its country and become truly independent and yet interconnected with all of the region?
It is a really very important issue and very important topic, and now we are trying to share those ideas and make those ideas of statehood, of ideas, of ideals of independence closer to our people. Because you are totally right, those are two different things, to be citizens of empire and to be citizens of the independent democratic country. And Armenia, for a long time, for several centuries, had no independent states. And 30 years ago, we started to create our independence, and we are in process of making our democracy sustainable and institutional. And that is very, not easy, but very important way to go. and we are doing that. And now, as I said, we are striving democracy, which shows that democracy in Armenia has great future.
That's wonderful. Backstage, shifting gears just for a minute, backstage we had a brief conversation, and I found out you love to bicycle, which was something I used to do all the years ago. I have been to Armenia a few times, seen the beautiful country, even overlooked into some of the contested areas that all the tragedy has happened over the last couple of years. I would love to see a Tour de Armenia where there's a bike ride where people can come. What is the future? How do you see that? Do you think we'll ever have a Tour de Armenia?
Yeah, by the way, we are working to organize a professional tournament. Maybe the name will be Tour de Armenia.
Can I get royalties from that? Let's trademark that real quick.
Yeah, but the organization of professional tournament will take time and maybe a couple of years. That's why we decided this year to have some bike ride, amateur ride from south of Armenia to the north. And I invite all of you to participate. Okay. And it will be a very good opportunity to see the beautiful nature of the Republic of Armenia, and we love to see all of you in our country, of course.
Thank you so much for coming here, and really your attendance, what it says is that you believe in religious freedom for everybody to practice their faith peacefully. What would be your final message this morning to these people out here who are from different faiths, but who all believe in people's right to be able to practice the faith of their conscience? What would you say to them this morning to encourage them?
For me, the values of Holy Bible, the values of the New Testament are very important, and actually my political activities from beginning was based on that. When I was in prison, I used to be political prisoner. Bible was the force that helped me to overcome this challenge, and of course it is very important to have Bible, especially for me, New Testament, as a guidance how to act in everyday work. Of course, it isn't easy, especially in politics, but we are trying to have value-based policies, internal policy, economic policy, foreign policy, and for this, the religious tolerance and religious freedom is very important. So it is very difficult to imagine democracy without religion freedom. So we see Armenia as a democratic country, a real democratic country, with the vivid political dialogue, regional dialogue, dialogue between different people and countries and different civilization. And we will work on that to make Armenia a very bright place for different people to come and to interact and to be engaged in dialogue, for riding bicycles, for enjoying nature, for enjoying food, and to see holy places.
Yes.
By the way, we have now our religious center is Echmiadzin, where, as I said, in 301 AD, Christianity was adopted by the Armenian king, and it was first time when any state, any country accepted Christianity as official religion. So and all those places connected with that events now we have in Armenia, and those are holy places, and I invite all of you to be there. And in Horvirap, where our first patriarch was detained, and it was a kind of jail. As Christian, he was persecuted there, but after some while, king understood that Christianity is the best way to and best religion to accept, adopt, and he made that decision. So I invite all of you to see all those holy places and to interconnect with that very rich and very important history.
Yes, I've been to some of them. They're very beautiful, holy places. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister, for your commitment to peace.
Thank you.
The Prime Minister of Armenia, please give him a hand. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Չմոռանաք հավանել տեսանյութը եւ բաժանորդագրվել Civic AM-ի YouTube-յան էջին։